How's it going, all you beautiful platinum hunters? Today we're going after the Sparky Zap Stick with a ball on it. I can't think of another way to describe this except it's a Sparky Zappy ball on a stick. We're gonna go through on where and how to get the Tonitrus or the Tonitrus. The Tonitrus is a trick weapon in Bloodborne. Its description is as follows. A unique trick weapon contrived by Archibald, the infamous eccentric of the Healing Church Workshop. Striking this peculiar iron morning star flail like a match generates the same blue sparks that blanket a dark beast, such as Dark Beast Parl, who we just defeated and obtained the Spark Hunter badge. Unfortunately, for reasons untold, the hunters of Archibald's time did not fully take to the device. Probably because fire was a lot better used against, well, beast. Its information is, this is the only weapon in the game that has innate bolt damage without the aid of bolt paper or blood gem due to its L1 mode, which electrifies the weapon. Again, it's a sparky ball on a stick. Trick weapon doesn't have a true transform mode. Instead, pressing the L1 button will buff it with bolt damage for a short period of time. After a certain time passes, the buff will end, forcing the hunter to repeatedly buff the weapon. When transformed or when buffed, the Tonitrus gets plus 0.4 arcane scaling. It obtains 70% additional bolt damage and a plus 40 flat bolt damage. When you're full health, the Tonitrus's AR displayed in your character's stat screen is erroneously high. Like, it is just... It's nowhere near right at all. There's no change in damage dealt by the Tonitrus whether you're at full health or not. You could be dang near dead on 1 HP. It does the same damage as when you're at full health. Tonitrus's transformation doesn't use stamina. And it can be buffed without interrupting you getting your stamina back. You can get this weapon in a lot of places technically. The normal version of this is you can acquire the Spark Hunter badge by defeating Dark Beast Parl, which we just did, and purchase it from the Bath Messengers. Or you can obtain it in Yharnam, Unseen Village at the top of the road, guarded by 2 tainted dogs and a snatcher during daytime. This is the same place that we just unlocked in order to get to Dark Beast Parl. We got KO'd by a snatcher right after we defeated the Bloodstarved Beast. They appear right there at the Cathedral Ward. You get captured. You can go down and kill Dark Beast Parl. Really easy, really quick way to get to that early game. The Uncanny Tonitrus is available in the Elling-Loran Root Chalice. The glyph for that one is EVUKE3QG. It is on layer 2. You can get the Lost Tonitrus variant in a lower Elling-Loran Root Chalice, glyph capital A, lowercase s, 6 SSJ78. It is on layer 3. For the sinister lower Loran Root Chalice, the glyph is 4I5EFEWZ. Lower Loran with all offerings, so it is fetid, rotted, and cursed, in the first bonus area of layer 1. For gems on this weapon, you want gems that increase bolt damage, so bolt, bolt damp, bolt abyssal, and all curse variant blood gemstones. They'll significantly increase the damage on this weapon when it is self-buffed. It is possible that gems that increase blunt damage, so your adept, damp, and the curse variants, can give you a higher net increase in damage than physical attack gems. You can get up to 32.6% damage increase compared to a 27.2% damage increase, since all of its attacks are blunt. Status screen will show a lower attack power when using blunt gems, but it's because it doesn't count blunt damage, but the total physical damage. Gems that increase all attacks, such as nourishing blood gemstones, give a much higher damage increase because of this weapon's split damage. As far as player notes, it is a simple mace-like weapon that is wielded with only one hand at all times. Trick weapon is useful for builds centering around strength and arcane. It can also be used for pure arcane builds. Since it doesn't have a true transform mode, the moveset of the trick weapon is more limited compared to others. It doesn't have a very fast attack speed, and these weaknesses are compensated by the buffed mode when transformed. I can increase incredibly potent amounts of damage when self-buffed. The buff works in the formula of plus 40 bolt attack, 1.4 times arcane scaling, and 1.7 times bolt attack, which is about the same ratio as what was said earlier. Weapons tied for lowest durability in the game, unfortunately. It also breaks quicker when it is self-buffed. It roughly loses 1 durability point for every 4 or 5 hits, which is quicker when compared to the non-buff form. The other trick weapon that is tied for the lowest durability and breaks quicker when buffed is the Boom Hammer, which you can only get in the Old Hunters DLC. It's considerably useful against opponents that are weak against Bolt and Blunt, which are Kin type and Dark Beast. The biggest one that we kind of see anytime used with this game for the Tonitrus is against Amygdala. In PvP, smart opponents will carefully watch the Tonitrus and attack during the moments when it isn't buffed. Anytime you get increased pressure or aggression, it becomes really difficult to safely buff the weapon. They're also more likely to strike when you're in the process of buffing it. But don't forget, somewhat slow attack speed of the weapon makes it easier for opponents to parry you. So, it's not a hugely good PvP weapon, but since it does have a high base damage when self-buffed, an excellent choice for builds focusing on Vit or Endurance. Tonitrus in Latin is thunder, which is kind of cool. The in-game definition classifies a trick weapon as a Morning Star flail, but it's actually modeled after a mace. The description of Archibald bears many similarities to Nikola Tesla, famed inventor, created the Tesla coil. And it also used a lot. Nikola Tesla was known for a lot of electrical stuff. The Tonitrus also bears similarities with the aspergillum, a device used by a Roman Catholic Church to sprinkle holy water. According to the description of the Spark Hunter badge, Archibald was associated with the Healing Church. In that sense, it's been designed under the themes of purification and cleansing that is, associated with the Healing Church. However, due to Archibald's fascination with dark beasts, it's more likely he designed the Tonitrus as a measure to replicate the sparks those creatures could unleash. Again, it looks like Dark Beast Parle. So let's head on over to the game. It's a really quick and easy run straight from the Unseen Village lamp that we lit when we did Dark Beast Parle. So let's hop on over there and we will get this rocking and rolling. But as soon as you beat Bloodstarved Beast, so Graveyard of the Dark, no. Yeah, Church of the Good Chalice. If you have that unlocked, you've beaten Bloodstarved Beast. So you can go to the Cathedral Ward, get kidnapped by the Snatchers, and you end up getting this lamp, Apajan Gal. It's the same thing as Yahagul Unseen Village. It's just we haven't gotten to see the Unseen Village. And again, this is a very quick and easy route over there. Biggest thing to watch out is if you're a very early game, the enemies here will kill you. So don't go trying to get smart and fight them. Just take off. It is not worth it. I'm gonna run to the left, up these stairs. And the reason I go up the stairs is to avoid a bunch of enemies. Not really worth fighting right now. We just want the weapon. Roll out onto this carriage, roll over onto this one, down, and take off. Watch out for doggos. And right up here is the Tonitrus. Let's see if I can get out of here without dying. Oh yeah, easy. Easy money. And as you can see, just ignore enemies kind of works. We're just going to run right back into the cathedral, avoid the witch, and we're going to run up this really snatcher. As you can see, I am a very high level character, and he took off a lot of my HP. But we're going to quickly give you a look at the Tonitrus. Now, I do have a +4 one because I wanted to try it out with amygdala. But you can see it just kind of sparkles. And it does have quite the slow attack animation. The strong R2 is just a swipe with it. And this is what they mean by self-buffing. It really buffs its damage. But really the big problem is this. You see where it says 522 right hand weapon, 1 attack? That's my saw cleaver. But it says 252 for a Tonitrus that does 1/10 of the damage. So I'm not sure what caused that, because the damage should not be that high. Like, I understand that I +4'd it, but let's just go look at the abysmal damage this thing does. Let's just get one of y'all up here, please, because I really don't feel like fighting both of y'all with a Tonitrus. Alright, we'll go ahead and buff it. Yeah, 453. That is horrendous compared to a saw cleaver that is +10. Yeah. It's doing 452 on the standard attack. So, the Tonitrus is really nice if you build for it. But aside from that, it's not that great of a weapon in my opinion. But until next time, guys, remember, hit the like button down there if you enjoy the video. Click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when I show you all where to find more obscure hidden stuff for trophies. Catch y'all next time, guys.